Hello, Virgos. I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to have you take a deep breath with me and in and out. We're going to start with a card from the Faceted Garden Oracle. And then we're going to pick from, I believe, the one My Soul Whispered Oracle. Watershed. Nocturnus. Watershed. Collection of resources, flow, network. The gathering of energy from multiple sources towards a common goal, symbolic of financial gain. You may be on the up and ups with financial gain. There may be positive flows of cash coming your way. You may have worked with the correct people. You may have put your energy, natural flow, your resources and efforts into something that is paying off, or there's just simply something about finances that are flowing to you effortlessly. Money flows to me effortlessly. The money I spend comes back to me multiplied. Those are affirmations that you can use. Of the night, a place of dreams and unconscious activity, that which cannot be seen by the naked eye, mysterious and astrological influences. I've heard somewhere that if you wake up tired and you know that you are a spiritual being, and I'm getting the energy from this Nocturnus, that some of you may be working in the spiritual realm as you sleep, which is why you wake up still tired, because you were not actually resting. Maybe your 3D self was, but your 5D self got to work. How Virgo of you. But, and I believe that this energetic work is also connected to this watershed of abundance, because it feels much more of a shift in energy, and just that this effortless flow of financial energy is coming to you just as effortlessly as it is to the 5D self to be able to get into action and work when we rest. It's effortless. I also just got the message of you are effortless. Something about you is effortless. You could do it in your sleep. Okay. That top card was Transcend, and the cards that I just flipped on were Limitless Desire. And I said it without the and because Your desires are limitless. You are transcending a time of limits. Your desires are what control your limits. All right. Saw also the healing card at the bottom. I know you should. I don't like to take more than like 3 cards from this specific oracle deck, but sometimes Spirit's like, doesn't matter. You're taking the amount of cards that you're taking. That is what it is. So I'm going to read healing because I flipped right to it. 6:09 on the clock, if that means something to you. In order to heal, we must first forgive. And sometimes the person we must forgive is ourselves, which is hilarious because the other card, the first card that I was going to flip to was forgive. Oh my, okay. I get kind of like hyped sometime when it's a Virgo reading. I'm a Virgo. When, you know how it be, Virgos. You know. When you have been hurt, it is a completely natural reaction to raise your defenses. You may block others from getting close to you on an emotional level to prevent future hurt from occurring, and you may chastise yourself for allowing personal vulnerability. To start the healing process, you must first forgive yourself. If you find that you are engaging in a pattern of negative self-talk, take a moment to stop, breathe deeply, and let go of those destructive thought patterns. The truth is that no matter what you have done in the past, that time is gone now. No amount of worry or berating yourself will change what has already come to pass, nor will allow the healing process to begin. As you move forward, you must use hindsight as a measure of wisdom rather than a tool for punishment. It is time to forgive, starting first with yourself and then others. Forgiveness will set you free as you walk along the path of healing. My sacred words. I embrace my shadow, integrating it into the wholeness of my all, discarding nothing. The thorns of a rose have the potential to inflict pain, but with a little patience and careful handling, it will bloom, and any pain will fade like a distant memory. You must be careful not to let your own thorns prevent the beautiful potential of healing. Forgive. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. Oh, it almost made me cry. If you have been at odds with someone, regardless of who is in the wrong, it may be time to call a truce. Stubborn pride often stands in the way of calling a ceasefire, but the truth is that holding on to bitterness and resentment is a recipe for causing great dis-ease within yourself. It is incredibly easy to hold on to a grudge, but it is necessary to let go for your own sake. When you forgive another, you allow that person to feel relief, but more importantly, a sincere act of forgiveness will allow you to release the shackles of bitterness and resentment from your own heart. Resentment will weigh you down. It will eat away at you slowly and surely until you find yourself in a cycle of negative, toxic thought patterns. When you truly forgive, you are lightening your own load and allowing yourself to be set free. My sacred words. I release all anger from my heart space and experience peace. Motivate. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to accomplish it. The time will pass anyways. Motivation is often enough to keep the initial spark of an idea burning brightly. Over time, it is common for the flame to become a little dimmer, as it is replaced with the reality of the difficult challenge. Suddenly, the idea that you were so keen on becomes too hard. You find yourself making excuses. The key ingredient working hand in hand with motivation is consistency. It is common to get bursts of motivation, but they often give way to the monotony of the daily grind. Consistency helps you to build habits and enables you to push through periods where your motivation wanes. During the initial phase of excitement, be sure to develop habits that will assist in working towards your goal and help you to push through any slumps along the way. All humans have motivations to achieve something. The differentiating factor between those who do and those who do not is the measure of consistent actions they have taken towards it. My sacred words. I realize no one has ever been, nor ever will be, the amazing soul that is me. I follow my dreams with intense desire. Stars are made up of gases that burn out over time, with some shining more brightly than others. Remember that your motivation may burn out too, but consistency will ensure that your star remains bright. Clarity. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. It can be difficult to make decisions without having complete awareness of a situation. If there are circumstances that you are currently struggling with, consider whether you are fully informed of the situation. Now may be the perfect time to undertake further research, ask questions, or simply give thoughtful consideration to the situation at hand. It may also be a good time to recognize elements surrounding the matter that you are choosing to avoid or not acknowledge at all. Perhaps the facts are hurtful or difficult to bear, but facing the truth of a situation will ultimately enable you to find peace and closure. It is time to open your heart and mind to the truth as it exists before you. My sacred words. I enter the world eyes wide open, awake to every truth as it finds me. The moon casts its light upon some objects while leaving others in shadow. As it does not illuminate everything, it reminds you that not all things will be apparent to you at all times. Remember, we don't know everything. We may know a lot. We may be able to even predict some aspects of the future or patterns that may happen in the future, but we don't know. That's the fun thing. We don't actually know. That's what I was thinking even earlier. I've always loved like Sherlock Holmes. He's just so clever. He always figured out a way to know. He always detectived his way into the answer. One way or another, he would find the answer. And it's because he would take the time to get to know all of the details, and he wouldn't assume. He wouldn't jump to conclusions like all the other people on the team. He would pay attention to the small details and say, this person has a ring tan, but there's no ring. This person has mud on the back of their calves, but it hasn't rained for days over here. When was it raining somewhere else in the near vicinity? You know, the details. I don't know why I was called to. Yet again, why do I need to know why? It's one of those things. All right, Spirit. Collect all the details before you make an assumption. A story for someone. Take what's yours and leave the rest behind. There's a truth. Somebody did a lot of introspection. The truth is going to be communicated one way. My head is like really going all over the place right now. 1 second. I get tugs of energy in my head and sometimes headaches when the power is, you know, the energy is just a little intense. My jaw is like hurting a little bit. So it's almost like it might hurt someone to say this. Somebody, it might like maybe hurt their pride, but also maybe not. But it, somebody may have just gone through some sort of ego death. And so it may hurt them to say something, but it's not exactly their pride, because it's almost like they're connecting it to like Pavlov's cat. Expressing themselves is a thing that damages their pride. But right now, they're not experiencing that, yet they are still experiencing the difficulty to express themselves because they're Pavlov's cat themselves into connecting it to something that damages their pride. But because of their ego death, this is not the case any longer. Okay, that's for someone. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind. But someone has gone within with the Hermit card. This could be you, could be somebody else that you were connected to. They've gone within, they've done the healing work, they've found the clarity that they want, the new world that they located the clarity that they need in order to it's straight up, there's somebody that is clear that they want they want to start a new cycle with a clear state of mind and have this happy celebratory time. This potential marriage, this passionate celebration. And they are cutting ties with codependent energies. They're cutting ties with people and with aspects of themselves that is codependent, lacking abundance in some manner. Lacking confidence, lacking upstandedness. They are releasing the ties. It's hard, but they are releasing the ties. They are walking away. From that which does not serve them, that which does not provide them love any longer. They are seeking out, they're going on a journey and seeking out. There may be a lot of emotional energy that they're going through in order to be able to, a lot of like crying and processing of the heart, of emotions, in order to be able to be the independent, loving of oneself being, 2020 when I said that, on the clock, person that they are destined to be. And so it's a necessary time period of emotional release, of childlike emotions. They may be in a state of wondering if their hard work is ever going to actually work out, but they want to win at all costs. There's something about this person that they getting stubborn. They're stubborn. This energy is just like it, even if it seems like it could potentially, oh, that's sweet. I like that a lot. If you are on a twin flame journey, this may resonate with you. This card, I want to say, if you are on a twin flame journey, this card is confirmation that this message is for you. And this person is not giving up. And they want it as badly as you do. No matter what the 3D may look like right now. This person is going to love themselves so much so that they will be able to come to you correctly. And they will be able to share this beautiful celebration with you in the way that it is justly served. Because although they may occasionally have on and off doubts of if their efforts are going to work off, I don't care is the statement. I don't care. I don't care. I will win at all cost because I want to celebrate with you. I've put enough time and energy and effort into all of this that I will reap the benefits of these seeds. They may be be in the process of mourning a family dynamic that did not work out, that crumbled. It could have been a third-party situation. It could have just been that it was very happy for a period of time, but it just crumbled. They are detaching themselves from this energy, this family dynamic, whatever family dynamic means. And they're seeking, I'm just getting hope. Hope. A bit sad right now. They might feel a bit just, yeah, unhappy, sad, unfulfilled, unemotional, like emotionally unfulfilled. And I'm getting that maybe in this very moment they're in a state where they need to get out, or they need to get out of. So for some of you, This person is in a state where they are reflecting maybe a little bit too much in an isolated state about their emotional unfulfillment. And they need to get out of their head, out of this hibernation state in order to change anything. And for some of you, it is not this case, but for some of you, they need to walk away from over reflecting about something they could have done differently. They could have balanced out differently. Over reflecting, holding on too tightly to this. Yeah, but they are walking away. They're walking away from that. They're walking away from holding on too tightly. It's just, they are detaching themselves. They are doing it. Some are just doing it slower than others, but I'm getting a feeling for a vast majority of you, it's happening like now. I think this past supermoon in Aquarius really has enacted something in a lot of people. And so I feel that you will be it all comes to this. So I feel for a vast majority of you, it's very soon. Whatever this is to you, it's take what's yours and leave the rest behind. I can't tell you anymore. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time, Virgo. Have a good one. Keep breathing.